Okay, Kelly here. This is the first video I've done in a very long time, so it's definitely not going to be pro quality. But I just wanted to share with you a project that I did for Halloween. I'm going to try to make it quick. This is the finished product. Just give you a quick little overview. I'll show you the inside in just a minute. Real quick, the supplies that I needed. I think it all cost me maybe $12, $13. That's not including the stuff that I borrowed from my daughter that she already had. Cardboard cylinder. Lid comes off. Okay, that's not important. This ribbon. You're going to need paper towel, paint. This is what I borrowed from my daughter. Here are the colors that I used. I think these run about $5 a piece, so that's about a $20 investment that I didn't have to make, but I do have to replace the black. You're going to need scissors, whatever kind are comfortable for you, and then of course super glue, and also you're going to need sandpaper. I don't have any with me right now. I threw it away, but that's really important. So anyway, you take your cylinder minus the lid that's now on the floor, rough it up with sandpaper. Then you start with the black paint and your paper towel. You're going to coat it all over, just the outside, with the black paint. And then I went over some of the spots that were a little bit light with the burnt umber. And then at the end, I kind of went over some more spots with the copper just to give it kind of a aged look. Now on the, I just happen to have another cylinder, smaller size, but with the lid, you're going to want to take down the width of the rim by about half, because on the finished product, you're going to have to cut square holes in about 1.5 inch intervals all around the top edge to allow light into your cylinder. So that way, when you put the lid down on top of it, you're not covering up your holes. Oh, and one more item that I didn't put on the list to begin with is some black felt. You can get it really cheap in squares. It's like 25 cents per square. I think I used 2. Anyway, so after you've painted your cylinder, the lid, everything inside, you don't have to worry about, except for the inside of the lid. And all you do is you paint the rim, the inside of the rim, because you're going to take a scary photo that you print out. You probably have to reduce it and glue that to the inside of your lid. That's going to be kind of your jump scare. But on the inside of the cylinder, the only part that I painted was the base, the bottom, and I painted that black. Everything else I just wrapped with the black felt, just super glued it right around the inside from top to bottom. And then of course you have to cut out a little bit where the holes are going to be. So anyway, after everything was said and done, I printed out a couple of pages of the spooky letters. I went over them with the red paint. I just used my finger and finger painted over it. Took about 15 minutes to dry. And the really tedious part was cutting them out, especially the A and the P's, or the A's and the P, because you have to get those holes. But you know, they're not perfect, which is good because it's supposed to be kind of old looking, kind of creepy. And then the hole in the middle, which is not the middle of the lid, it's actually the middle of the base. I used a box cutter, so it's kind of jagged, but that's okay because it looks, you know, appropriate. So in the end, you basically have your upside down cylinder with your squares cut out for light, finished product of all the painting. And as far as the sandpaper goes, what I did with the sandpaper is I roughed up the edges of the entire thing, and then the paint settled in really well into the grooves and actually dried really quick. So I cut the letters out, used the super glue to super glue them on, and finished product here. So let's take a peek and see what our spooky little jump scare picture is. And my hand is in the way, so let's take a look and see what we got in here. Yeah, got a spooky face. Sorry about the background there. Let's see how, there we go. And as you can see, from the inside, there's our holes that we cut that lets some of the light in. So, anyway, just a little DIY project. Kids will think it's kind of cool, you know, depending on how young you let your kids look at scary stuff. I mean, I don't really have an age requirement. You know, get them into it. Get them used to scary stuff. Life's scary. This stuff is fake. So, anyway, that's my project. Hope you like it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Leave a comment. I'm definitely going to try to improve on my video taking skills. This is kind of a last minute thing. Just thought maybe I'd give some other people ideas. This was not something that I looked up on Pinterest or Facebook or anything. I kind of got the idea, and a lot of changes happened from start to finish, like these holes. Didn't realize that I needed those, but once I looked inside my cylinder, I realized I couldn't see the picture at all. It was completely black. So those holes let the light in so that you can see. But anyway, I just played around with it, and that's the finished product. I think it's kind of neat, and I plan to do a few more of them if this video turns out okay and gets, you know, a couple of likes. I'll share some more. So anyway, this is Kelly, and I hope you have a very spooky Halloween.